Vayu Pranayor Brahmana Padrishti Adhyasa Prastad Vaditaha is an introduction of this part which had gone in short. He says that it has been already discussed, it has been described earlier. Prastad Varnita. What was described earlier? He says the meditation on air and vital force as Brahman was described earlier, but that was described as only a feat of the Brahman. And that was just a superimposition. There was not Ahangra Upasana. You are not identifying yourself with it. Therefore, it was just a superimposition, adhyasa, pada drishti, adhyasa. A superimposition of the idea of being a feat of that Brahman. Such air and vital force was being meditated. Therefore now, atha idanim, then now, tayo sakshat brahmatino pasatva uttaram arabhyate. Further, for directly meditating them as Brahman, not as a feat or a part, but directly to meditate on them as Brahman, upasatvaya, to meditate upon, uttaram arabhyate. The following text is being begun. Tayom is for them, though, for both of them, there and at first. For their being the directly as Brahman. Sukhabodhartha akhyayika. The story you are mentioning is an illustration, is being given without discussing directly this meditation. Why? He says for two reasons. One is for easy comprehension of the knowledge. Secondly, vidyadana grahana vidhi pradarsanarthacha. The other reason is to show the process of imparting and receiving a knowledge. Shraddha annadan anuddhatpadinancha vidya prapti sadhanatvam pradarshata. The shloka in the Tika of the Smriti. Dharmartho yatra nasyatam shrushusha vivapi tadvidah tatra vidyana vaktavya shubham bijam vivoshare. He says, even a super quality seed, if you put in a desert, is of no use. It will not give you any yield. Similarly is this to a student who is not virtuous, dharma, and he is not able to give in a guru dakshina, money, and not able to do even seva properly. Dharmartho yatra nasyata. A person in whom there is no dharma and he has no artha also. Shushrushapiva tadvidha. And that type of service towards the Guru by which the Guru can be pleased. And that is the most difficult thing. Can do service physically. It is most easy. Physical work is easy. Anybody can do it. That's why the laborers, they are doing physical work. They are paid very less. But a person doing mental work, he is paid more. Who sits in the chair in the office with an AC, he is getting lakh rupees salary. And this fellow is suffering like anything. They are on the labor of the sun and cold water in all climates, and he is 100 rupees per day. Maximum 3,000 rupees per month. If all the 30 days he works also. It is one day holiday means 100 cut. But that fellow, no. On Sundays also he is being paid. His monthly salary is 1 lakh. Including Sundays, you are getting that amount. So that's the difference between the service provided by body, the service provided by mind, and more greater is the service provided by emotions. The emotional service, you cannot repay at all. You are repaying physical service. The laborers are being repaid. You can repay mental service, that is also repaid. But a service which is at the emotional level, just like when husband and wife, Mother and son, mother and daughter, father and son, father. Some relations are there. Emotional relationship is there. There is not only a physical or mental relationship there. And they do service to each other without expecting much or without expecting anything also. They are surrendering totally to each other. The whole life is being surrendered. And the service being done there is totally with love, affection, respect and everything. All aspects are there. Belief is there. Is not. Faith is there. Trust is there. The most difficult things are these. You can believe everybody, but you can't trust everybody. And you can trust some, but you can't have faith on them. So, but where there is a total emotional relationship, 100%, then there is belief, there is trust, there is faith, there is love, there is affection, there is respect too. All the 6 sattvic qualities come together when emotion comes. So an emotional service to the Guru by a disciple is the most difficult. For that they have to realize, just like husband and wife, they realize the hearts of each other. They try to understand each other's hearts, emotions, mental thoughts, vasanas usually. So they study each other, they know each other. In that way only they cooperate with each other. That's actual human life. Otherwise the universe becoming husband and wife also. They live like animals, fighting daily fighting going on. Not whole life went on, still they are not able to understand each other. Then what is the use of that life? Just like animals living. In the beginning there might be misunderstanding, 4, 5 years, 10 years. After that they should be able to understand each other totally. There is a story about a devoted wife. Like that, to become a devoted disciple is very, very difficult. Or Swamiji was telling the story, don't remember the name of that woman. He said she was so much devoted. The husband, when he got married, he married her. He said when she gave the first time, independently she served the food. And he told you, keep a cup of water and a seek, just that jhadu we make of that, nariyal wala, just small piece of one of that you keep here by side of that. She was keeping it. The whole life she was keeping. And she was very, very much anxious and eager to know why. But not even a single day he has used. Not even a single day. He did not use it at all. He need not use it. But he had not told for what purpose he is making her to keep. And she was so much devoted, she had never questioned on any topic in front of him. Now how she could question even this, you are making me keep, and you are not using it at all? Nowadays wife should immediately fire like anything. Foolish fellow, unnecessarily making me keep it. Daily unnecessarily I have to put it, and daily I have to wash it again, tomorrow morning I have to keep it. What is the meaning of it? But she never questioned at all. When she was dying, her prana was not going at all. A very much pity condition. So the husband could not see that state of her, of his wife. Therefore he said, tell me what you wish. There's something stopping you. But all doctors, all the Vaidyas and everything saying she should have gone by now. But your Sankalp Shakti is stopping you here in this body. There's something within. Please tell it. I am going to fulfill at any cost. At that time also he says, if you don't become angry, I am going to tell one thing. This is the whole life I have never been angry against you. How is it you are thinking so? That I will become angry at this, any question of yours. You have never questioned at all. So you can tell whatever you like. She says, I just want to know why you are asking me all the life. The whole life I have been serving that cup of water that seek. What for? He said, such a small thing. Why you have to keep the whole life in your head unnecessarily? You could have asked this long back itself. But anyway, there's nothing special in this. That is why I had kept, because if by chance, if your mood is not good, while serving, even if a single rice falls out of my plate, I would pick it up by that needle, wash it in that water, and then put back into my plate. For that purpose I had kept. But you have served me the whole life in such a way. Not even a single day, even one small thing also did not went out of my plate. Therefore I did not use it at all. Then immediately asked, then when your sisters and mother were serving, had it happened like that? Said many times. That is the difference. Even a sister, even a mother was not emotionally so much close to him as she was devoted. She served in such a way that not a single day, and a single meal, or a single breakfast, anything has not gone out of the plate, which he would wash and take back. So such was a devotion when there is a 100% total emotional relationship. So here says Shushrushapi va tadvida. Tadvida, why is being mentioned in the Smritis? Of that nature by which you can win over the heart of the Guru. And you might remember that Ramanuji, when he came here, Swamiji, he told on that day, the main thing is winning the Guru's heart, to make a place in the Guru's heart. That's the most difficult thing. And he said you can make a place in the heart of the God also, if you do a selfless service. The main is the selfishness in between comes. Expectations are there. That stops to build up a proper emotional relationship. The selfishness is the main thing. If there is any slight expectation from any one part also, then there will be no relationship proper. There will be friction. Until the wish is being fulfilled, the relationship is well and good. Is that expectation not being fulfilled properly, then automatically there will be a friction. This is says, dharmartho yatrna syadham shushrushapi vatadvida tatra vidya na vaktavya. For such students, the vidya should never be given. Should never impart knowledge, he says. Shubham bijam ivoshare. Just like a person would never like to sow good quality seeds in a desert. Similarly, it is therefore Vidyadana Grahana Vidhi Prashnartha. Therefore, this whole story is to show that here Janashruti had got Shraddha towards Raikva, was created by those swans. Therefore, automatically is in his heart faith and devotion developed towards Raikva. And at the same time, he had got money enough through which he could please the Guru and earn from, receive knowledge from him. Vidyadana Grahana Vidhi Prashnarthacha. Shraddha Annadana Anudhatvadinancha. Shraddha is faith and respect. Annadanam, charity of food. Anudhatvadinam, pridelessness or egolessness. These are the Vidya Prapti Sadhana, their disciples for acquisition of any type of knowledge. To show this, to reveal this, the story is being started. The knowledge, this meditation will start by a story. Akhyayikaya pradashate. It is being revealed by the story. What is that? Jana shrutirha pautrayanaha shraddhadiyo bahudayi bahupakyasa sa sarvatavastan mabayan chakre sarvataiva me annam atsyanti. Bhashyam. Janashruti, Janashrudasya patyam, a descendant of Janashruta. Ha, this word denotes aitihiyartha, is to indicate a past incident. Long back, in old days, sometime it has happened, this incident took place. Maybe in this universe of this particular Chaturyuga or some other. Because Vedas are Nitya, they can quote from anywhere, any incident. Putrasya Pautriti Pautrayana, the grandson of his son. It's called Pautrayana. That is the fourth of the lineage. Janashruta is the first. If you take Janashruta as the first, his son, and his son's grandson. That is the fourth from Janashruta. Great grandson. That's called as Janashruti Pautrayana. The Janashruti will be the great grandfather. Son is the grandfather. Therefore, he is the great grandfather. Janashruta. Saeva Shraddhadeya. He was indeed Shraddhadeya. Means what? Shraddha Purasameva Brahmanadibhyo Deyam Asya iti Shraddhadeya. It's derived and showed the meaning. It is one person who was offering gifts, etc., with all respect to Brahmana and etc. Such a person is called as Shraddhadeya. Bahudai. Bahudai means Prabhutam Datum Sheelam Asya. One who was used to offer plentifully to others. All the needy people who are coming and asking for whatever, he was just going on giving. That much he had. That has become his nature. Sheelam Asya. Before he said not Sheelam, Deyam Asya only. Here he said Sheelam Asya. Now it has become a nature itself of him, how he is always used to give on and give on and give on to people. Bahupakya. Bahupaktavyam ahani grihe yasya sau bahupakya. Is a person in whose house cooking was done plentifully, daily, every day. In one house he was cooking for the whole country. How is it possible? Therefore then says, Mahapayan Chakri, he built many dharmashalas and rest houses and all. The last part to be told. In his house also, they were cooking plenty of food. To whoever was coming, they were going on the whole day, it's going on. That was there. Every day, plenty of food was being cooked. For whom? Bhojanartibhyo bahuvasya grihe annam pachyate tirtaha. For people who came to it, for them bahu, plenty, asya grihe, in his house, annam pachate, food was being cooked. Evam guna sampanno asau janashruti potrayano vishishte deshe kalicha kasmischa dasa babuva. Possessed of such qualities, this descendant of Janashruta and grandson of his son Pautrayana was living. Babuva lived in, you have to take Babuva Asa. Babuva lived long back in a Vishishta Desha, in a certain place and in a certain time. Vishishta Kalecha. The question arises then, just in his own house, if he is going to cook also, how many people will go to his house and eat? Because everybody will not have that much wish to go to a king's house every time for food and all. How they can go? And who is coming? Newcomers to the country and all, visitors, tourists. They will not go directly to the king's house. Everybody is not going to Prime Minister's house to eat food today. No entry. Should go also get out. No entry will be there. So we have to cross many barriers and all to reach the king and ask his permission for food and all. How is it possible? Everybody is going there and is cooking. Are those who know him, who are coming often and often on the basis of business or on such thing, can go there. For the rest, therefore he says, Saha sarvata sarvasu dikshu grameshu nagareshu cha. He, with an idea that everybody, as much as possible in my country, should eat my food. All those who are coming to my country as tourists or as visitors or in whichever way, or all those who are living in my country also who are poor, etc., etc., they should be able to eat my food. I should feed them. With this idea, what he did was, in all directions, sarvasu diksho, in each and every village, in each and every city, avasatan, etya vasanti, iti avasata. What is the meaning of avasata? Etya vasanti, yeshu iti avasata. People come and stay, wherein such a place is called as avasata. That means rest houses, dharmashala. Mahapayan Chakre, he had got constructed in all directions, whole country, in each and every village almost, and each and every city too. Mahapayan Chakre considers Karitavan, he got built them. सर्वतफाई सर्वदेव में मम अन्नम तेषु आस्तेषु वसंतो अत्स्यन्ति भोक्ष्यन्ते इत्येव अभिप्रायः. सर्वदेव नीच एवरीवेयर. सर्वदा means everywhere. Surely eva may mama annam, my food only the people should be eating. People should be eating. Teshu avadeshu vasanto atsyanti. People staying in those rest houses will eat with this idea, with this intention in the mind. Ityam avipraya santaha mapayan chakre karyatama. With this intention or idea in the mind, he got constructed such rest houses all over the country. Ataha hagansa nishayam matipetus tadhaiva gung hagunsa hagansam abhyuvada ho hoi bhallaksha bhallaksha jana shurdehe pautrayana sasamam diva jyotiradatam tanma prasankshis tattva ma pradakshiriti. Atha, being such the case of Jana Shruti, and person of such great quality, name, fame everywhere, all over the world. One day he was lying down, there's a maybe hot summer, he went up on the terrace, his servants had put a cot there, he was lying down. After maybe around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and he was started sleeping. At that time, 2 swans flying over him. They are just crossing over him in a visible distance and also audible distance. Not only visible, but sometimes it will be visible too far, but not audible what they are speaking. Therefore, visible and audible distance. 2 swans. Among them, one was just about to cross over the king. The one was flying behind. He stopped. He is trying to stop the one who is proceeding in front of him. That's what's happening. Nishayam, in the night, Hansaha, Atipetaha, 2 swans, only 2 here. Even though maybe many, 2 were discussing. Many were going in a group. That's why Hansaha, Bahuvachanam is there. It's a plural number. Many were going, even though only 2 started to discuss, to converse with each other. Atipetaha came flying at night over him. Tad ha evam hansam abhivad. Thus, looking that Jana Shruti, the one swan started to say to another swan. He spoke to another swan. Hansam abhivad. Ho, 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 ayi, are, lo. This is the inferior, these things. Hey, what are you doing? Don't do that. You say, to save somebody from danger. Similarly saying, oh, ayi, ballaksha, oh, good-sighted fellow, what happened to you today? You are becoming blind, you are not even seeing where are you going, in which direction you are going. There is here, ballaksha is good-sighted fellow, but the meaning is being taken here, just oppositely is telling. It's being ironically. Kataksha, in the word there is kataksha karna. Kataksha purana vachanam is the most dangerous. Is vag vajra. You may be telling something as a joke, but the other fellow is taking in a different way because he thinks he is speaking ironically. Kataksha kar raha hai, mazak nahi kar raha hai. Kataksha karna, mazak karna, both are different. Joking is easy, but if the person is misunderstanding your joke, as he is ironically speaking, then it's very difficult to do any vyavahara with such people. You can't do any vyavahara at all. You only have to be mauna with that fellow. There's no other go. You कुछ भी बोलेगा तो दोष निकालेगा. ऐसे बोल, जानबूझ के ऐसे बोला इसने, उल्टा बोलता. So he says here, ballaksha, good-sighted fellow, that means, manda drishti. You are not able to see the divya tejas of this Jana Shruti. So Kataksha Purana में क्या होता है? Mandaksha, not Ballaksha. It is actually Mandaksha. Jana Shruta है Pautrayana se samam diva Jyotir atatam. Are not able to see the light which is pervading, spreading up to the heaven of this Jana Shruti, of this Pautrayana Jana Shruti. His name and fame's light. The light is what here? Light is because of fame, there is some tej. which is spreading from here to up to the heaven, and you are crossing that, it will burn you to ashes. If you touch also, it is going to burn you. But don't cross over. That's why we also say when some two elders are speaking, you should cross in between. Some Brahmin is standing, you don't cross over. When now in South India, in our area, you can see, if a Brahmin walks on the road, the Shudras will all get down, off the road. As the Brahmin crosses away, then they come back onto the road. Even today it is. The Kundapur area and all, you go and see the Brahmanas after Udupi. Very, very difficult. Brahmin houses, that colony area, you can't find anybody Shudras moving around. So, they feel that this is Brahmana means he has got Divya Tejas. We should not disturb him. In his sadhana, we should be, because they think that we are apavitra, lower caste, and because of us, maybe there is some disturbance in his way of life. Therefore, they don't go. Similarly, here also says, if you go, you say Jnana Shruti is, Divya Tejas is there, because of his so much dana, punya, and he has done virtuous deeds he is doing. And his fame is so that his light is reaching up to, spreading up to the heaven. Tanma prasangshi, don't try to touch it. Forget crossing. You don't even touch it. What's going to happen if you touch? It's going to burn you to ashes. Tanma pradakshi, may not they burn you into ashes. Therefore, please, you don't touch that. May you not touch his age. Bhashagara. Tatraivam sati Rajani tasmin dharma kale, dharma, not dharma, dharma kale, harmyatalasthe. Tatraivam, such being the case, whom the king was on the, when the king, Evan sati, tasmin dharma kale, when the king was on the harmyatalasthe, on the terrace during that hot summer days, Hansaha Nishayam Ratro Vatipetuha, swans together at night came flying in that direction. Those swans were not just ordinary birds. Bhashikara says, Rishayo Devadava. They might be either some great sages or some deities. Why? Those people came in the form of a swan, and that too in the night. When he was trying to sleep, he says, Rajyo Annadan Guni Toshita Santaha. Being pleased with the virtues of the king, which was done due to distributing a lot of food, etc., to different all types of people, without discriminating the caste, creed, and other things. He has served each and everybody who came into his country. Pleased by that, some rishi or some deities have come in the form of a swan. Hansarupa Bhutva took the form of swans. Rajyo Darshana Gochare Atipet. They flew in such a way that they were in the audible and visible distance of the king. Here is the Bhashakara says only Darshana Gochare. Only visible distance, it seems, according to Bhashakara. But you have to understand that without, if it be only visible distance, then how could hear what they are speaking, what they conversed with each other? Therefore you have to understand by darshanam, not only visible, but within the audible distances too. Atipet means patitavantaha, came flying over. Tat tasmin kale, then at that time, tesham patitanam hansanam madhye, among those flying swans, eka prishtatah patan, one that was flying behind, agrataha, behind another, agrataha patantam, the one swan which was flying ahead, preceding to him, abhyuvada, said to him, abhyuktava. What he said? Ho ho, ai iti, bho bho iti. Ho ho, ai means bho bho, it is sambodhanam. It is addressive, in the addressive case. It is addressing to attract the attention, to draw the attention of the one preceding swan. Sambodhya. Now he did not even say, just kept quiet after telling ho ho ai, but he also said bhallaksha, bhallaksha iti, adaram darshan. The repetition is for showing respect, he says. Adaram darshan. eagerness. Just like as if one person says to another here also in this world, Yatha Pasha Pasha Ascharyamiti. See, this is what astonishing incident is taking place over there. Similarly, here also, Tadvat. Similarly, the one son is going behind, he's saying, hey, see what's there in front of you. Oh, such a big light is there up to the heaven. Don't touch it, don't try to think of crossing, don't even touch it. Bhashyakara says, but the word here is the bhallaksha being used, the good-sighted fellow. But the meaning should be actually taken as mandadrishtitvam suchan aha. Ironically, this word is indicating that he is a short-sighted fellow. Not a good-sighted fellow, he is a mandadrishti, short-sighted fellow. To indicate this, he has mentioned bhallaksha. Athva, you can take the other meaning also of bhallaksha here. Samyak brahmadarshana bhimanavattvat tasya asakrit upalabdhaha. Because, you see, being proud of having a complete Brahman knowledge, Jnana Brahman, the knowledge of Brahman. The swan was preceding, had got a total Brahman Jnana, his total knowledge of Brahman. But he was proud of it, he was proud of it. Due to which, even after repeatedly stopping by the one who was flying behind, he was going on and on and on. Therefore, he was mentioned as Bhallaksha. Bhaskara says, Asakrit upalabdha, being repeated, he was admonished. Tena pidyamana, suffering due to that. Amarshitaya, angrily, the one who was going behind, is tatsuchayati, gives the expression bhallaksha iti to that by saying bhallaksha, bhallaksha. There is anger also in it. Not only ironical statement, there is anger also within. He said 3 times now, ho, ai. Still is going on. Then he said, bhallaksha. That also said 2 times, repeatedly. Jana shrudahe pautrana samam tulyam diva dyulokena jyoti prabhaswaram. Annadanadi janita prabhava jam atata. Of that, Janashruti, the descendant of Janashruta, and also the grandson of his son, the great-grandson, Samam means Tulyam, just like Diva, Dyulokena Jyotihi, the light which was going up to the heaven. Prabhaswaram, that light was not ordinary, supreme light. Annadanadi Janita. How he has got that luster, that light? He says, Annadanadi Janita Prabhavam, that which was created in his body, the lustrous body which I discussed before also many meditations, he will attain lustrous body. This is the lustrous body that is attained by doing such a virtue of distributing food to one and all. Dyuloka sprigityartha, it is touching the heaven. Spread, atat means vyapta, spread up to the heaven, touching the heaven. Diva anna va samam. Ato diva means you don't take dyulokena. Diva means just like a daylight. Diva means anna va samam. Similar to the daylight. Jyotirti, the jyoti, the light was similar to the broad daylight. Tanma prasangshehi sanjanam saktim. May you not, prasangshe means what? Sanjanam, touch. Get into contact, saktim, tena, with that light, with that tena jyotisha, with that light. Sambandham mahakarshittirtha. Never have really a contact of any type with such a light. If it comes into the mind of the preceding one, why? What's going to happen if I touch? Just like a child asks a mom, if I touch this oven, what's going to happen? It's going to burn. So if burn, what's happened? The child will be like, they go on asking. This tolerating temperament is there in the mother. She will tolerate. When she loses temper, that get out. So this is what's happening here. He's actually testing the temper of the one who's behind. He's not even hearing. The result is telling. That's why you see, if you come in contact, what's going to happen? Tat prasanjanena chat jyotihistva tvam ma pradakshi. Owing to the contact with that light, may it not burn you. Dahatu ityartha. Ma dahatu, may it not burn you into ashes. Here, pradakshi has been used. The second, is not second person, but it should be pradakshit. Purushavettayena ma pradakshit iti. Bhashkara says. It should be actually the third person, not in the second person. But the second person is used as a Vedic use. It's not wrong. Vedas. These are the Bahulam Chandasi. Certain times the Vachana is different. Certain times the Purusha is different. Certain times the Sandhi Kriya is not done at all. Karadevihi, not Karadaihi. Like that you find many things. These are Bahulam Chandasi, the Vedic usage. Then now the one preceding says, water is speaking. Do you think this Janashruti is like that Raikva? And great fellow. What is this fellow's name, fame, that luster? Nothing in front of that one. Knowingly, to wake up, to bring him out of his pride, these fans, well planned way they are going on and stating this. Tamuha parah pratyuvacha kamvara enam eta sandhagum sayugvan raikvam atheti yonu katham gung sayugva raikvaiti. To him, as if, kya bol raha? This is a bit with neglection, with a statement, because he was so much eagerly and respectfully and all is speaking, hey, don't go, but he is neglecting, chodo, kya hai? With a neglecting mind, he is telling, para, the other one, Pratyuvacha replied, Kamvara means here, come u are. Come u are. Mayo uyo vova. There is a sutra in Vyakarana. Mayo uyo vova. Kim is my. Who was the avyayam, indeclinable. And are is achap. Who has become va. Kamvare. Come u are. इक्वल चरण भी कर सकते हैं. कब ये नमेत संतम सुयुग्वान विवरिकुमाथ of whom you have spoken thus, who is of that kind, etat santam, a person is of that kind. Just as your annadana you told, because of annadana and all, he has attained this luster. That means what? He has established, or his faith is established in karma, in action. He does not know even any upasana, meditation. So, what is this greatness you are speaking of unnecessarily? A person is only karmanishta. He is established in his faith, is only established in karma, in actions. He is doing bhaya karma. Yajna bahirdanam, that not even yajna might be doing. This is all bahirdana, is not. Building construction, building houses, rest houses, giving food and all, or bahirdana, yajna bahirdana. Just because of that virtue, you are speaking of so high of this fellow, unnecessarily. And that Raikva is such a great knowledge of meditation. By Angra Upasana can become Brahman, attain that Brahmanhood itself. Therefore, knowingly is being stated here, Kamvara, he of whom you are speaking so, Yetam Santam, who is of this kind only, a man with actions, virtuous actions. Sayugvanam eva Raikvamatha. You are speaking of this fellow as if he is Raikva with the bullock cart, who lives along with that bullock cart. Iti. Yonu katham Sayugva Raikva. Then the one was going behind, this man was stopping before. He, who is this? Or of what kind he is? That Raikva, Katham Saigva Rekva, Yonu Atha, about whom you are speaking, who is that Rekva, or what are his characteristics, what are his qualities, what quality is possessed, which is greater than the quality possessed by Jnana Shruti. Iti. Bhashyam. Tam eva muktavantam, to him who had spoken of thus, Paraha, the Itaraha, the other was Agragami, the preceding swan, Pratyavacha replied. Are, here arise Nikrishtoyam Raja. About the king whom you are speaking, he is very inferior. Varaka, is pitiable fellow. Of him you are speaking so much greatness and so high. Tam kamu enam santam, possessed of what greatest? Kena Mahatmena. Kena Mahatmena. Kamu, about whom you are speaking, he is of enam santam, having such good virtues only. Of what greatness he has possessed. Santam iti kutsayati. In this way, the preceding swan is condemning the king's actions. Karma is being condemned to make you to draw your attention towards meditation, to build up importance for meditation. Otherwise, the whole life will be doing in karma only. Even then, there is no end to karma. If you do the whole life, also there is no end anyway. Therefore, how to bring him on the path of devotion, on the path of bhakti, the path of upasana, from the path of action. For that purpose, they are condemning the actions here. Kutsayati, iti kutsayati enam. In this way, the king is being condemned by the preceding swan. Evam sabahumanam etad vachanam mata. With great respect, you are speaking of this fellow so much. You have said so much. Rekvam eva. Eva means as though this fellow is, this king is equal to Rekva. How is that Rekva? Sayugvanam Saha Yugvana Gantriya Vartititi Sayugva. A person who is along with always a bullock cart. That fellow is called as Sayugva Rekva. By name, he was Rekva. The best way of identifying is, the easiest way to identify him was, he was always with the bullock cart. There is no house, nothing. No home, no house, nothing. No belongings much, just a small bullock cart. Easy way to identify. It is Sayugva Rekva, but the difficulty is you have to roam around to find this fellow. There is no permanent address of this. You can take a bullock cart and go away after 4 kilometers. By the time you are searching, somebody will tell, he is there, you go there. By the time you go there, he might have gone somewhere else. No permanent house. So, that's why he says, Tam eva athayena. Just like of him, you are speaking about this fellow. That means to say, you have spoken totally ananurupam asmin ayuktam idrisham vaktam raikva ivaitya vipraya. This is the idea behind this statement of the preceding swan is that you are speaking totally inappropriately, ananurupam, about this fellow, Asmin. Asmin Purusham is about the Raja, the king. Not only inappropriate, ayuktam cha, there is no logic at all. Totally non-logical statement. Idrisham vaktam. To speak of this person thus, Idrisham vaktam, to speak of this person thus, of whom, of how, similar to whom? Raikva eva. Like that of Raikva. Itaraschaha. Listening this, the one was going behind, trying to stop the preceding one. To him, swan, the following swan behind said, Itaraschaha. The other one is saying now, questioning, Yonu katham tvaya uchate, Saigva Rekva iti. Of what kind He is that person, Swigvarekva, about whom you are discussing. Iti uktavantam bhallakshaha. To him who had spoken thus, the one preceding was before addressed as Bhallaksha. That fellow now says, Shranu yathasa rekva. Here, of what kind was that rekva? Yatha kritaya vijitaya adhareyaha sanyandi evam enagung sarvam tad abhisamaiti yat kincha prajaha sadhu kurvanti yas tadveda yat saveda samayaita duktaiti. Yatha kritaya vijitaya. Yatha kritaya vijitaya. You have to understand the dice here. Krita, no, aya. Aya is a face of the dice. Aya means a face of the dice. But here Kritaya is actually Chaturthi, Ramayavad. Kritaya here is Chaturthya, not, it doesn't tippan one is there. Kritaya eva san kritam ityupattaha tatacha chaturtyantam idamiti avadeya. Because there is one face called as Krita, which has got the number 4. You see, just opposite it is. Because all the 4 pada of dharma is there. The 4 padas of dharma, 4 feet of dharma. All that 4 exist in Satya Yuga, Krita Yuga. 1 pada, that is 1 feet is cut. Treta Yuga, 3 padas are there. There is 3 number. The face of the dice having 3.3 eyes is called as Retaya. And then one more reduce of Dharmapada reduces. The 2 will be there. The 2 eyes that have been denoted on the other face of the dice, that denotes the Dvaparaya. And the 1 number, usually 1 number is a great. 1 is great, you say. Number 1. But here the 1 is the third class, the lowest one, the inferior one. And there is 1 pada is there. There is no Satya, means not. No Brahmacharya. All the major things of dharma is gone. In Kali Yuga is Kaliyaya. So number 4 is Kritaya. A person was by playing dice, a person throws it, and in both the dice 4 and 4 number comes. 4 and 4, both the dice. Then it says this fellow has won. The fellow wins that game. And he'll be given a chance to throw once again. The double throw will be given. If again it is given side, again he will be given a chance to throw. So, in the dicing this happens, a person has got the Kritaya, and if he throws, he'll be the winning person. This is what this Shakuni did. He made with the bones, especially, and then he put a lizard. And when he made the faces and the eyes, there he put small holes also. Just a point in our eyes similarly. So it will be getting air, it will not die inside. And he packed it from both the sides. And he kept his leg where the number 1 was of the lizard. In that way he put it inside. And on the top it was 4 number. Whenever you throw, what happens is, the lizard size habit, it will not lie down on its back. It will come on its feet only. Slowly it would put all the force and turn the lizard from inside. And it comes up. The 4 will be up. The 4 and 4, 8. Every time he is winning, there is no chance for Yudhishthira to put it on. That's how he grabbed up everything. In the very beginning, he put a condition. You will throw your dices and I will throw my dices. Duryodhana will throw his dice separately. 1 dice will not be used for the game. This is the greatest cunningness that he did there. And this should not have been accepted. It is against the rule of the game. But Yudhishthira blindly accepted, and the whole thing took place. Akritaya means that he won all the luxuries, all the kingdom and everything he won over. Similarly, a person who has got that ability of Kritaya, whatever he gets means, here he will say, all the virtues of all creatures will be attained by that person who has got this knowledge that Raikva has. He is not telling what is the knowledge. He is not imparting the knowledge here. He is showing the importance of Raikva and the greatness of Raikva, and what is possessing is equal to Kritaya. It's just like Kritaya. He says, Yatha Kritaya Vijitaya. Just like in the game of dice, when a person of people are engaged, a person who wins over this Kritaya, the face which is called as Krita, with having the number 4 on it. That is 4 eyes they were making in those days. Eyes club they were. Even also we get in southern India, people play a lot this one. So that is called as Kritaya, Vijitaya, and there is also called as Vijitaya also, because it's the winning face. That's why it's called as Vijitaya. In that, Adreyaha Sayanti, all the inferior ones, with the faces with 3, the face with 2, the face with 1, all get included into it. Sayanti. Because in 4, there is 3, 2 and 1. All these numbers are included in the number 4. Evam, similarly, enam, sarvam. In this one is whom? In this Raikva, sarvam, tat abhisamvaiti. All that gets included in him. What all that? Yat kijja prajaha sadhu kurvanti. Whatsoever virtuous deeds that are performed by all people, all that gets included into this virtuous Raikva because of his that great knowledge. Yes tadveda, yat saveda. Anyone else who knows that knowledge which the Raikva knows, yat saveda, yes tadveda, yat saveda, that which Raikva knows, the same whosoever knows, anyone else whosoever knows the same knowledge, samayata dukta. Remember, this has been spoken of by me. I am giving a guarantee that he also will become like Raikva. Maya etadukta. Thus has been spoken of him. Tamuha para pratyuvacha. Yatha loke. Bhashakara says, Yatha loke. Just like in the world. Kritaya krito nam ayo dyuta samay. You take like this. Yatha loke dyuta samaye. You have to construe in this way. Yatha, just like in this world, dyuta means during the game of dice, kritaya. Krito nama ayaha. A face of dice called as Krita. And how is it? Prasiddhas Chaturanka. It is well known. Bearing the number 4 on it. Prasiddha means it is well known. How is that well known? Because it is bearing the number 4 on that face. That's Kritaya. Sayada Cheti. When that is one, by the people engaged in the game of dice, dyute pravrittanam, by the people who are engaged in that game of dice, tasmai vijitaya. For him, we call is what? This is the winner face. This face is the winner. Tadartham itre. Tri dvi ekanka adreyaha treta dvapara kalinamana sayanti sangachande antarbhavante. For that, tadartham is for that winning face of the dice. What happens is the itere, the lower ones, the others. Which are the others? Adareyaha, the lower ones. What are the lower ones? 3, 3, ekankaha. The numbers 3, 2 and 1. By name they are called as, just like before what we had given the name, Krita. Now what is the name of these? If it is 3, it is Treta, 2 is Dvapara and 1 is Kalinamana. All these, what do? Sayanti, Sangachante, Antarbhavanti, Tadartham Antarbhavanti. They all enter into or get included into the Kritaya, which is bearing the number 4. Further explains, Chaturanke Kritaye Tritvekankanam Vidyamanatvat. Because number 4, which is of that phase which is called as Krita, in that all these numbers are comprehended. 3, Ekankanam Vidyamanatvat. All these are comprehended within that number 4. Tadantar bhavanti. Therefore, we are saying that these 3 phases enter into that phase which is called as Krita. Yathayam, as is this in the case of the game of dice. Ayam Dashtanta, as is this in this illustration. Evam, similar it is so. Enam Raikvam. You understand about this? Raikva also. Kartaya Sthaniyam, who is compared to the Krita itself. Tretadya Sthaniyam Sarvam Tad Abhisamaiti Antarbhavati Raikve. Because all that which are comparable to Treta, Dvapara and Kali, 3 to 1, all of them Tadarsati become included in this Raikva. That means what? This Raikva is Satyuga, and all other yugas enter entry into him. The virtues are, all the virtues being done in those yugas are being included or entered into the Raikva, which is equal to Satyuga. He says, no, this is not the meaning actually. Don't take the literal meaning of these words. Tasya cha phale. No. Kim tat? What is that? How is it possible the yugas getting into influence to another body or the virtues getting like that? He says, Yatkincha loke sarvaha prajaha sadhu shobhanam dharmajatam kurvanti. The question was asked, Kim, what is that? Kim tat? He said, Yatkincha loke, whatsoever in this world, sarvaha prajaha, all creatures, do what? Sadhu shobhanam, good deeds, dharmajata, virtuous deeds, kurvanti, they are performed. Tat sarvam, they all become included into the dharma, the virtue of this Raikva. Raikva sadharme antarbhavanti. Tasya phale. That means to say, tasya phale. We are not only including the virtuous deeds, but the results of those deeds also. Tasya phale. In the result of his meditation, the meditation which Raikva is doing, the result of his meditation or whatever he is doing, the Raikva is performing. In that, sarva prana dharma phalam antarbhavati ityartha. In that result only, all the results of all the virtues done by all the creatures are included. Ityartha. This is the meaning of it. Tata anyopi kaschid yas tadvedyam veda tadvedyam veda. Similarly, anyone else, whosoever it might be, who knows that to be known, which is known by Raikva. Kim tat yadvedyam, kim tat yadvedyam, what is that which is to be known? Saraikva Veda. That Raikva knows something. A person here knows what he knows. Even he will also become like Raikva. Tadvedyam anyopi yo Veda. This will make more clear Bhashikara. Tadvedyam anyopi yo Veda. That which is to be known, if known by any other person also. Tamapi, to him also. Sarvaprana dharmajata phalamcha. All the virtuous deeds done by all creatures along with their results. Raikvam iva abhisamaiti. Just as it was included into Raikva, similar this fellow is going to attain that. Anuvartate, they will follow that person too. Saivam bhuto maya vidvan etaduktaha evamuktaha. About him, I have stated now which characteristic is of his. What are his characteristics? I have told very clearly. Maya vidvan etaduktaha. Having known about him very clearly, I have told this statement. Raikvavat sa eva kritayasthani bhavati. Surely that person also will become like Raikva, who is comparable to the Krita Aya of the dice. This is the Abhipraya. This is the idea behind the statement of the preceding swan. Now after hearing this, the king was hearing the conversation between both the swans all the time. And those swans knowingly just moving around and around there only are doing all this conversation. You know how much time it will take to tell these three mantras? Not even 1 minute. His question is answering. To explain these things, it takes a lot of time. But when they're speaking means, just like we chant whole of Gita, we are chanting 2.5 hours maximum. And Krishna might have stayed in not even 1 hour. For him, 1 hour is more. Because that Arjuna is of that quality and Krishna is of that supreme quality. Pandavanam Dhananjaya says, among Pandavas I am Dhananjaya himself. So, such great people they were. And when you say about that Vyasa and Ganesha, you say, it isn't know very well. The Ganesha think, within that, it means maximum how much time it will take for Ganesha to understand the meaning of a word. How much ever crooked word you put inside there. It does not matter how much tough word you use also. For Ganesh Bhagavan, what is the difficulty? You got a maximum time for 1 or 2 seconds. Within the 2-3 seconds, we ask out to 10,000 shlokas. What is the capacity of Vyasa then? You have to speak in 10 words, you have to think 10 minutes properly. See the capacity of those people of those days. So what is the capacity of Raikva? Similarly, just like Vyasa and all, he was also very great, no doubt, because his meditations of that category. He says here that is why, after listening all that discussion or conversation with the two swans, what happens is, Tadvaja Shruti Podrayana Upashushrava Saha Sanjihana Eva Chattar Muvacha Angareha Sayugvanim Ivarikpamathetiyo Nukathagung Sayugvarikvaiti Tadvajana Shruti Podrayana Upashushrava Tat Uha Janashruti. That Janashruti, the descendant of Janashruta, and the grandson of his son, is the great grandson. As said before, Bhaskara was lying on the terrace on some summer day, at the night, having heard Upashushrava, he overheard. He said Upa, he did not even Shushrava. Upashushrava, means he overheard their conversation. Is one of the Murkha Lakshana also. Overhearing two conversations is called as Murkha. दो बात कर रहे हैं, आप पास में खड़े होकर सुनेंगे, वो मूर्ख का लक्षण है. Certainly Kalidasa told. When he was told, Mahamurkha, come on, welcome, come on, take your throne. King was telling King Bhoja. Because his wife told him, Mahamurkha Samrat Padhariye. Because when king was going towards the king's palace, and on the way, he stopped. And she was drying her hairs up on the terrace. She saw him there. He got down from this chariot. He went and started to listen from the window. The minister was speaking with his wife. Some sound was in a maybe high tone they were speaking. Sound was coming towards the road also. He got down and started to listen to it. When he went towards the queen called, invited him in such a way that, come on, oh Murkh Samrat Padhariye. You are Samrat, and surely you are Samrat doing such activity, action means you are Murkha, Samrat of fools only. But he was not so much daring or did not think at that time to ask why you are telling me like this. Because he knows that my wife will not tell like that. There is something rahasya in this. Therefore he came back after whatever he wanted to speak with her. He came back to his palace and the darbar was on. At that time, each and everyone, whoever comes, come. Oh, Murkh Raj, baithiye. Oh, Murkh Pandit, baithiye. So, for all people, whoever came was going on telling me this. What to say to who dares to speak with them? Why you are saying so to me? Nobody can question the king. They are all keeping quiet, keeping their heads low and sitting on their chairs. And Kalidasa came, he was also told like that only. He said, Murkh Kaviraj, Padhariye. Asan Grahan kijiye. Then at that time he told, oh, this fellow. Now, immediately, because Kalidasa was very, very intellectual. He could understand in seconds what the other fellow is. And he gave one shloka. Gatam na shochami kritan na manne, khadan na gacchami hasan na jalpe, bhavyam tritiyo na bhavami rajan, khatam amurkha bhavami rajan. Gatam na shochami. That which is past, I never think and feel bad of it. Gone is gone. Forget it as a bad dream. That's what I say. If somebody bad is forget it as a bad dream. Start a new life. Gatam na shochami, kritam na manne. If I do something good, I will don't go on boosting all in front of all. Hey, I have done this, I have done this, I have done that. I don't go on saying to all the people like that. Kritam na manne. Khadan na gacchami. While walking, I don't eat at the same time. Both things I don't do together, like the people do nowadays, Driving, eating, even walking on the road, they are eating and even gossiping and going on. Khadan na gacchami, hasan na jalpe. I never laugh unnecessarily when some discussion is going on. And all are laughing, the topic is like there, some joke is being told in the discussion, it's okay. Necessarily every time somebody, foolishness that is. That is foolishness. Khadan na gacchami hasan na jalpe. Dvavyam tritiyo na bhavami rajan. This is the one that was applicable to the king. Dvavyam tritiyo na bhavami rajan. When two are discussing, standing close by and listening to that is also qualification of a murkha, a fool. Dvavyam tritiyo na bhavami. I have not done that too. Then how can I be called as a murkha by you? Immediately Raja said, oh, this is what I had done. That's why I was called murkha. The last statement of his Kalidasa was applicable to himself, to the king. So here, this fellow is also hearing both. He has become a murkha now. There he will be told Shudra also later. Because there is Shoka is there. Oh, I am nothing in front of Raikwa then. I am testing myself, a great man, a great king, so much virtues I am doing, and feeding all the people. First think of himself very great. And when he hears this conversation, he feels also very bad.
But he didn't really heard this because they were just flying and they were talking. And he is great also because he could know their language.
The rishis were speaking in Sanskrit only. Mantras were in Sanskrit only. Rishi or Devata. Or Deva. They have spoken in Sanskrit only. But still, Upashushrava, Veda is still Upashushrava. Why is not told Ushushrava then? Upasarga is being added. That means he has overheard also.